This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Hello, America, and welcome to the #1 radio station in all of Fort Myers Beach. Beach Talk Radio. Here are your hosts, Kim and Ed Ryan.
And a good evening, everybody, and welcome to Mangaritas for the Friday Happy Hour show. We love to see where you're watching from, what you're drinking, why you're hanging out with us, why you don't have a life and doing something more productive than watching our show. But we do appreciate it, as always.
Why do you have to say that?
I don't know. Sometimes I think people can be doing more productive things than...
I think you could be doing something more productive.
Yeah. Like what?
I don't know.
You know what I did today that I want to talk about real quick is I went to the beach this morning at 9 o'clock and I covered the Margaritaville event.
Lucky you. How was that?
It was awesome.
Super fantastic.
It was so well attended. There were a bunch of people in yellow shirts, which is always nice to see. So we snapped some photos. Of course, the folks from Margaritaville were there. Ray Sandelli was there, and he said a few words. And who else? Jackie Lezak said a few words. Tamara, I think I'm not even going to try and say her last name, from the Lee County Visitors Convention Bureau was there. Mayor Aller said a few words. We got 3 shout-outs during the presentation, during the ceremony.
Wow.
Yeah, it was goofy crazy.
Why would they shout us out?
The first person that said something was Jackie. Then when she was thanking all the businesses, and then she said something about our coverage of everything from she was thanking all.
Well, that was very nice.
Yeah, all
very
the businesses on Fort Myers Beach, and then the folks from Rude Shrimp went up there, and I came up with this new concept, and I want to know what folks think about this. We're gonna make a new T-shirt. Like, I need somebody to like
slow your roll.
The way we came up with the first Yellow Army T-shirt was somebody took a picture.
Yep.
And sent it to us. We had a bunch of pictures to choose from. Somebody took that picture with the man with the flag, and we got permission. We're going to make a T-shirt.
Kind of competition
No.
Here?
I think I want somebody to take a picture and email it to me like they did the first time of the beach the way it is now. Like, my concept of the beach now is the vibe is back.
Yeah.
And that's a T-shirt right there. And it should be a new picture. It should say the vibe is back on the top. And it should say Fort Myers Beach underneath the picture. And then it should say, come visit us. And that's a T-shirt right there with our,
Are you working for the Visitors Association?
I just, the vibe that you get now on Fort Myers Beach, Rude Shrimp is opening. Tom Alaola has his containers. I was talking
to some folks here tonight that are down from the beach. And they're saying you do get that sense, like, the pirate ship is back out. Everything, not everything, but many things are starting to open back up in a different way than it was before. But people do not care. They just want to come.
That's right.
They want to enjoy the beach. They want to be included in what's going on. They want to support the businesses. They want that break from their life. I mean, they want to come down and have a break from their reality.
And they are coming down.
Yes.
And so it was a great ceremony today. And I came up with that idea when I was standing with the folks from Rude Shrimp. And when he got up there to say a few words, Jackie asked him to come up. He looked at me and he said, Ed from Beach Talk Radio said the vibe is back. And it's like, it's going to catch on. It's going to be a T-shirt. And so
I think. Is this like a hashtag, the vibe is back?
No, it's going to be a T-shirt. I think we transitioned from the one T-shirt to the next T-shirt. I mean, because, there's things change, things move on, and there's a next phase in the whole thing. So anyway, that's that was a great ceremony today, and it was nice to see everybody down there. It's so I don't know, it's so cool to see people just walking around the beach in the yellow shirts with Beach Talk Radio on the back. It just gives me a warm and fuzzy. It gives me the willies.
Your head.
Yeah. No. It's just fun to see. And so that was today, and. Oh, you wanted to do something real quick before we have our first guest on. Speaking of opening businesses, you wanted to show off the.
Yeah.
Somebody
So
came up to us.
Gift.
By the way, we have plenty of merch here tonight. We have all the hoodies. We have the yellow shirts. We have the white sleeve long shirts. We have the cups. We have them here tonight. We'll have them tomorrow. Marie is here because last week when she wasn't here, one of us had to go behind. We're not complaining, believe me. We're certainly not complaining that you spend money with us. And you dropped your microphone. That was a mic drop, a real mic drop. And we'll have it tomorrow too. And then tomorrow night I'll be in total depression when the Giants get whooped by the Eagles. So share.
Okay. This hair with this thing.
Oh, for crying out loud, so disorganized. Jesus.
So last week, someone came. Her name is Bonnie, and she bought some cups and hung out, and was enjoying the music and margaritas. And she saw us selling stuff and putting money into just regular envelopes, regular white envelopes.
Because I need to keep the money separate. Like the yellow money, the yellow shirt money is going back to the businesses, so I have to keep it separate.
I know, but you have it in this such arcane kind of lowbrow way.
Yellow and I got white envelopes with red magic marker written on them.
So she came up to me tonight and she said, "I saw this and and I want to give you this." She made it, and look at that, folks. It's a Beach Talk Radio zippered money holder.
And it's empty right now. What the hell's going on with these people? Come on.
She got the different fonts. I mean, she crushed this out.
She didn't ask for the logo or anything.
Nope. She thought about it, but she didn't need it. She is so gifted. And she also made this, because I always have a notebook that I keep around. How cute is that? So we cannot thank Bonnie enough.
Yeah.
I mean, she was nice. I was really taken aback at somebody seeing something and going, nope, I'm going to fix that situation. And now we look super professional.
Organized. Yeah. I don't know about that, but.
And fancy with our money bag that's decorated
in
our logo. So thank
Sharon
you so much,
cute.
Bonnie. Isn't that great? It's very cool.
We also sold 2 hoodies to a man from Boston who's a retired Maine. Who's a retired police officer, lives down on Buccaneer. Some of you out there probably know him. And what he was telling us was, dealing with the contractors, not the contractors, the insurance, and the fight that you all are going through. And it reminded me that I wanted to say that, don't give up. Don't give in to these insurance companies, and don't give in to these people that are trying to screw you. Somebody sent me an email today from FPL. Like FPL is trying to bill people. Their houses aren't even there, and FPL is trying to bill people. It's like these people, they're already laying on the ground, and what you're doing is kicking them in the teeth time after time. And don't give up. Keep fighting back. I think every single person out there should get a public adjuster. You have nothing to lose by talking to Mark
let them take the lead on advocating.
Even if you have a check, you should have a public adjuster because they can get you more money.
I love a good fight. It's not me. I can fight for other people. For me, I'm not so good.
So it just made me think, all right, keep the fight up because you need every single penny you can get from these sons of bitches that have been taking your checks for years and years and years.
It's not that you can, yes, they can use it, but you're owed that money.
That's right. You paid into it for this specific purpose.
Right.
It's not wind, it's flood. It's not flood, it's wind. And of course, there wouldn't have been any flooding if there wasn't a hurricane. It was a hurricane. It wasn't a flood. It was a hurricane.
Well,
right? It was a hurricane.
It was a hurricane that brought flood, but it doesn't matter. Keep your foot right
on
their neck.
Throat. That's right. Thank you. Look at you.
Keep going.
You're getting a little edgy tonight.
Well, I had an experience with the
all right, save it because we got to get our guest on. Our first guest of the evening. Speaking of business is open now. As soon as he's been waiting in the wings there, and as soon as we call him over, somebody grabs him and wants to chat with him.
Sorry.
You might have read in the newsletter this morning if you subscribe to the free newsletter that the Beach Bar is opening again. He needs a microphone, dear.
All right. Well, let me
give him a microphone.
Turn it up.
I turned it up. Matt Fowler. Nice and close, Matt. And this is going to be our camera there. And so Matt is the general manager of the Beach Bar since 2019.
Yes.
Are you okay? You look petrified. You're not petrified, right?
You're not.
We're all good. We're all
Yeah,
friends
okay.
here.
Yeah, we're all friends
We're all
here. There's
friends on
nobody
Fort Myers.
watching.
So I
Don't worry about it.
Thank you so much for bringing the shirts.
Yeah.
Thank you
What
for
is the
having
shirt?
us on the show today.
What is the
I
shirt
love
all
it.
about there?
So, funny story with those shirts. We got shirts for all of our locals, all of our Beach Bar tried and true. Those were the last shirts from my distributor we did not pick up before the storm. So, ironically, they're the only shirts left. They happen to say local right across the chest with our logo as the O. And it's just ironic. Now they kind of mean a little bit more.
Sure.
I have to tell you, I'm so honored that you would
Thank you.
that you would include us in this group. I
Matt.
mean, it does really mean a lot.
Oh, Megan says she loves you, but she has the same last name, so she's obviously required to love you.
That's my sister.
That's your sister. Okay. Well, she loves you. Scott
Love
is
you too,
watching.
guys.
Our friend Scott. So
Are you from here
Originally from Long Island. Been here just,
Oh, really?
just
Where?
about 5 years.
where are you from?
Port
In-
Jefferson.
I see.
Oh,
We're
he's
from
from
Selden,
there.
so born in
way.
Smithtown. Yeah.
Small
What's-
world.
Yeah, went to
Yeah.
Newfield High School. Yeah.
Okay, I was a
yeah.
comp squad guy.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
guys kicked our ass all the time in baseball. Yeah, that's
Small
Well,
world.
But you didn't go to school the same time he did.
yeah. He probably just
What
graduated.
are
You
you,
look
like
like he just
28,
graduated from
20?
high school.
29.
29. Wow.
Wow.
Jeez. Wow. I was in high school when there wasn't a Long Island Expressway. That's how long ago
Oh,
it was.
stop.
Now there's 13 lanes on each side, and there's
So-
still too
Oh,
much
yeah.
traffic.
What
Some
brought
parking
you
lot.
down here?
So my partner at the Beach Bar, Anthony Kolakowski, was moving down to Florida, and I have family down in Savannah, Georgia. So he said, "Why not try Florida?" I said, "Why
Yeah.
not?" And almost 5 years later, here we are,
Wow.
down on Fort Myers Beach, and couldn't be happier.
Now, do you live on the beach too?
Before the storm, I did.
Really?
Before
So
the
you,
storm, I did.
it's your home and business.
Correct.
Ah.
That's happened a lot
How's your
down there.
home doing? No.
So, I was able to
Ah.
get my clothes out of there, and that was about it.
You know, that-
we evacuated on Tuesday before the storm.
Okay.
Okay.
The first few days, and I don't want to go backward, but the first few days, I felt like I was in a Mad Max movie because when
Yeah.
I came over, there was sand everywhere, and there were people walking around like with those, what are those things that we used to have when we were kids at the supermarket that you take the groceries home to your grandmother,
Yeah,
and
the
that's all
wheeled
they had.
carts.
That's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
they
yeah.
had, and then they were just looking for like to get to the bridge, like. If
Yeah.
they got to the bridge,
Yeah.
they get back to civilization
say-
because those
Yep.
big army vehicles were taking them over.
I will say I will not forget people dragging what leftover furniture, what leftover luggage they had, and just slowly slogging all the way to the bridge to get a ride off. It was,
For
was
some
I
reason,
was
apocalyptic.
among that crowd.
yeah,
I was
it
definitely among
was
that crowd.
crazy.
for some reason, the folks from FEMA always call during the show, and I don't know why they keep calling me during our show. Like, it's just crazy. So, I mean, let's get to the serious questions now, Matt. Do you have mousse in your hair?
Just a little bit of gel.
Gel? Yeah. What kind of? I'm a big
He's
gel guy. So, what kind of?
fascinated by men's
What's the
hair.
product? I'm not fascinated. That sounded
Well,
kind of creepy.
You ask all the time.
What
I
is?
gotta
What kind
be
of?
honest, my wonderful girlfriend and her mother are hairstylists, so
I see. So you get it
they
for
put it in
free.
my hands, and
You get it for free
I just
because
do
it's like
styling.
it's perfectly
That's
in
it.
place, not moving or anything. Or
Oh, stop it,
yeah. So this girlfriend of yours, what's her name?
Chloe.
Chloe. How long have you guys been dating?
So great story behind that.
Oh,
We've been dating
good.
2.5 years. She worked previously at the Hooters,
I
That was
see.
right behind the beach bar.
That's
how
no
we
longer
met.
there.
Close up the beach bar. I go hang out with the cute bartender next door, and
I see.
a
How old is she?
little bit younger than myself.
Yeah. So is there?
Legally, though.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, what a weird question that is. So
It's a
wedding.
comedy show. It was a comedy
Of
show.
course
Oh,
it is.
yeah. Well, we're trying
Wedding-
to make you feel at home and relaxed. and-
Wedding bells in the future with Chloe.
Wow. Way to put him on the
Things are
spot.
leading the right way.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, things are all growing the right way.
When might the wedding
We're here
be?
to talk about the bar, guys. Let's not
Okay,
forget
sorry
that. We're here
about
to talk
that.
about the beach bar.
She gets a
It's
little
open.
personal. The beach
We're-
bar
we're-
is opening tomorrow officially, right? I mean, you
Officially
guys
grand opening tomorrow.
right
Beer.
on the beach. That's why it's called a beach bar, dear.
That's
They're
right.
right on the
Toes
beach.
in the sand, beer on ice.
So tell us what you got set up.
So we have a 7 by 14 foot trailer set up right now. We have 3 coolers in there, and then we also have a pop-up serving station that comes off the back of the trailer. Tomorrow we'll be setting up a mini stage again, what's left of our deck. We've roped off, and we'll have 3 bands playing from 12 to 5.
Sweet.
Yep.
Who's playing?
So Josh the Pitbull Blues, Frank Bang, and a bunch of surprise
I
guests.
love blues music, and I
We're
noticed
a
when you
blues
sent me
rock
the
venue.
information, it was mostly blues.
Oh, absolutely. Blues rock venue since the start, and
You know what?
the go
So I just want to ask, the trailer that's set up, is it a shipping container? Is it a trailer? Can people go in? Are they going to go in and sit, or you're just serving out? How
It's
does
a
that work?
concession trailer. Yep. So it's just basically a 14-foot trailer with a side window on it that we keep the beer on ice inside. We serve through the window, and you're welcome to bring your own beach chairs and just make yourself at home and have a good time.
Matt, you know what I think would be cool? Like, if we had a big giant concert right on the beach. I mean, it would be crazy. Like life right from your location. Just put up a stage, have people come around,
Absolutely.
and get like BB King. Is he still alive? I mean, I don't know who. It's somebody like a big blues person. I mean, who's the biggest blues person right now in the country?
Buddy Guy's still around.
Buddy Guy. How old is he?
Here. Yeah.
What's his number one song?
He's got a ton.
Yeah.
I mean, yep.
We'll Google that later.
Living blues legend.
Any
Buddy Guy.
younger people, like younger blues names, like Ella Fitzgerald? She's still around? No, she's bluesy though, right? Yeah.
You are
great,
so
great singer,
old.
Great singer.
Well,
Great
So is
singer,
the trailer like permanent? Not permanent, but it's not one you hook up and move and whatever.
It can be moved.
Okay.
We're going to be serving out of it as long as we need to, and just our biggest thing is we wanted to show the community of Fort Myers Beach that we're here.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I saw some pictures. It looks great. And when you sent me the pictures, I saw there was a building standing there, and I was like, wait, is this before the storm? But there's a building that made it through. What is that building?
It's a residential home.
Oh, it's a home.
There's one house or one building left on the whole 2 blocks.
Crazy.
I Street to Estero Boulevard.
Yeah, that's where a lot of
all
the
that's
Sea Gypsy rentals were too, right? In that area.
Sea Gypsy is located right in front of us.
Yeah,
Right.
Correct,
yeah.
right? They were on Estero Boulevard. We were behind them, set back on the sand.
Yeah.
So are you going to be able to rebuild there, or what's the plan?
Yeah, what is the
We
plan?
are committed to rebuilding.
Cool.
And those
And
are
you're-
very early
Yeah.
stages.
Yeah.
So with that coastal construction line, you're okay with where you're at there?
Again, we're going to do as best we can, but we are committed to the island. We're committed to Fort Myers Beach. So construction, all that's a lot of questions I can't answer right now.
Yeah.
All I know is I could sell beer out of a trailer and
Nice.
have a good time.
You know what's going to be on the positive
Now,
side?
is it just beer?
We have wine. We have a couple of vodkas.
Okay.
Yep. We have a diverse
Like
menu.
seltzers and that kind of
Seltzers,
stuff?
Yep, all that. Yep.
Seltzers are very popular.
Who's Charlie
Very.
McCoy? Is he a blues singer? Charlie McCoy lives at the Landing. Maybe he'll come play some afternoon. I don't know Charlie McCoy.
Not sure.
I think I met
Stop
him.
on by, have a beer.
Yeah. So now you made me lose my question.
Well, that's
shoot.
not
Oh,
very
you know,
hard
I
to
was
do.
talking to the folks from Root Shrimp, and Laola's getting his containers put in, and we got several places open, and it's going to be I mean, I know Jim Matterhole wants it to be 1 year, but it's going to take some time. Where there'll be pockets of progress in different areas, but folks like you and Tom and Wahoo Willies and Snug, they're going to be able to bank some serious buck now because you're the only places and people want to be there. I have a feeling that you're not going to have enough beer tomorrow.
I hope we do. I mean, we had a big order dropped off today.
Yeah.
We did have that problem the first week we opened the trailer. We did a silent opening.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I actually did run out of beer by Monday.
Because
Wow.
people were just walking by and say, oh shit, they're
Yeah.
open.
Oh, the support has been overwhelming. I mean, we've been taken back. It's really been amazing.
Yeah.
The community of Fort Myers Beach is so strong.
Yeah,
and
you're
it's
right.
It's a great
The
community.
vibe is back, bro.
Now,
The
Absolutely.
vibe is back. That's a
Absolutely.
t-shirt right there.
oh, good Lord. As people are drinking beer, they're also going to have to use a restroom. Do you
Yeah.
are there porta
We
potties
have
around?
facilities on site. We have
Okay.
facilities on site. I got word from my guy today. They're getting cleaned tomorrow morning, so they will be
Yeah.
squeaky clean.
I mean, how are they going to clean them often? Are they going to be men's and women's? How many are you going to
Every
have?
other day that my
Yeah,
guy's down
every
there.
other day.
Every
Yeah.
other day.
It might
We
be
don't
rough
mess around at
tomorrow.
the beach bar. We've been known
Yeah.
for the cleanest bathrooms on the beach. I would like
Really?
to keep it that way.
Huh.
Yeah.
You know, that's something to be known for
That
because,
is.
especially for
Pretty
me, I spend a lot of time in the bathroom.
That is important.
Yeah.
Especially drinking all that beer.
I know.
we were
That's
talking
right.
about
Yeah.
earlier.
There should be you should separate them. If you got to go duty, you go on that end. If just
You
just
don't
separate
want all
it.
the duty in one spot.
Yeah,
though.
you don't want to. Who wants to look at that? I mean, when you go into a porta potty, I wish there was a way so you
I'm
don't
looking
have to look
straight
at it.
ahead. I'm looking at
I'm not looking
nothing
straight
below.
ahead, or I'm going to be missing. I mean, why are you looking straight ahead? You shouldn't be
I
looking
don't
straight
look
ahead.
down.
Oh, I see. You're looking straight ahead because you
Like,
got.
straight
Never
ahead.
mind. This is
Locked
going in the
in.
crapper right
Yeah,
here.
I'm not.
So-
Yeah.
Oh, so what else you want people to know about tomorrow, Matt?
Just
I like your shirt, man. Oh, it says the
thank
Beach
you.
Bar
Right,
on
this
it.
is
I'm
the
just noticing
official
that
Beach
now.
Bar shirt.
Wow, you're gonna be selling merch tomorrow
we have
too,
some
right?
merchandise. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
a link for more merchandise. Like, I mean, we're working 7 by 14 foot trailers, so I can
Yeah.
only hold so much. But we have whatever I can hold is on site, and then we have a link right posted on the trailer.
Yeah.
You can order online right from your phone.
Sweet, yeah.
I have a question. You know how like the ice cream man can go up and down the beach with ice cream? Can you do that with beer? Can you get a
No.
Not
No?
sure. As far as I know, I don't believe so.
No.
Because that would be
Are you going to have the area roped off so people don't go wandering off, drinking beer and walking
Our
around
yard,
the beach?
Yep, we've kind of put our stakes in the ground. Our yard is roped off.
Yeah,
and,
people got to be smart. You can't be buying beer and then walking around. That's not part of the drill here. You got to stay in the. You can't be walking around.
Stay within the yard.
Yeah.
Crack the beer there. You got to drink it there.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Got
I
it.
mean, yeah, you bring your own cooler. That's different, but don't be taking beer from the beach bar and walking down the street or something like that. So,
well, no, that'd be
We
an
want to
open
promote
container
safe
thing.
fun on Fort Myers
Yeah.
Beach.
That's right.
and the music, you doing that like what's going on there? You're looking
I see
kind
the
of
camera.
goofy.
I don't know.
when
I'm looking at the screen. I see the camera. I don't know how to do this. This is my
I
first
know
time
it's a
there,
lot.
guys.
It's a lot going
There's
on
a lot
here.
going on here. You got a whole legitimate
Kathy
setup
says,
here.
"Don't get caught in the duty line." Yeah.
Exactly.
The beach
call
bar.
of
The
duty.
beach bar is watching.
That's
Who's doing
Awesome.
that? Who's behind the?
So Anthony Kolakowski, my partner,
I
Greg
see.
Boyd, our boss, our owner, and we have a great team there. And like I said, our whole team, we're committed to Fort Myers Beach. Very
Nice.
much so.
That's a great name for the next porta potty place. Maybe that already exists. Call of Duty.
That's a good one. I think I've
Well,
heard
it's
that
a
one.
play on the whole Call of Duty video game.
More watermelon and pineapple
He doesn't get
beverages,
it.
please.
Oh, are you serving
Ton
those
of them.
kinds
They're
of?
all cold,
I see.
right on ice.
Do you have any food?
Do you make the?
We don't have food. We're working with local restaurants to possibly have a partnership.
Get close, man.
We're working
so
with
people
local
can-
restaurants to possibly
He's
get a
doing a good
partnership
job, though.
in place. But we never had a kitchen. So we've always worked with local businesses to provide some sort of food option on the property.
Is anyone having trouble with our sound? I just want to make sure. Rhonda was the first one that said anything, but nobody else has said anything. So I just want to make sure we're doing
I
good.
can't see.
We should be set up fine. No, we're set
So
up
what
fine.
are the hours that you're going to be running?
So for now, we're 10 a.m. to sunset because I'm sure, as you guys know, when it gets dark on Fort
It's
Myers
dark.
Beach,
Yeah, no lights yet.
it's dark. No
Yeah.
other light pollution around.
Right.
Every
Cool.
day? Or
10
just
a.m. to sunset every single day, 7 days a week.
That's gonna suck. Like sitting there watching the sunset.
Oh, at the beach.
yeah, that'll be a
Look
In a
out
rough
lawn
over
one
the
for
chair.
you.
beautiful Gulf of Mexico.
It's gonna be so slammed tomorrow. I was saying that one of the things about doing the show is on the beach is like it's just you just drink too much beer. People buying you
Not
drinks and the
me.
whole thing. But I want to come over and shoot some video of you guys over there because it's just going to be so crazy.
We would love to have you guys down. If you ever want to do a live show from the beach bar, more than welcome.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Love to have you guys
we've
down.
gone there before. We've had a couple of go arounds.
Yeah,
in
we've
there.
been we've
Awesome.
been down there. Yeah. So anything else you want people to know before we let you ride into the sunset and get ready for tomorrow?
Tell your family, tell your friends, tell everybody you don't like. Come on down to the beach
Nice.
bar, have a good time.
And the beach bar is located. I mean, there's no landmarks to go by. Most people know, but if
Wow.
they don't know, you get on Estero Boulevard, you make a left, and you probably go a mile, right?
So on the left-hand side of the road, the Mr. Tequila Plaza is still standing.
It
Which
is.
is a good landmark to go by.
Yeah.
As there are
And
not
you're
many.
on the other side.
And we are just right across the road. Of
Where-
Estero
where-
Where
Boulevard.
can people park? Can they park down through there?
There is parking in the Mr. Tequila Plaza there.
Okay.
You sure
Um,
about that? That
You may
crazy
be
guy that
charged,
owns
you
that?
may be charged, you may not.
I don't know
we-
if that's that same.
So
It is that
traditionally, we
lot.
never really had parking.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
You know, I mean, it's a
Listen,
small
if
street
you
back
can
there,
find
so-
a town parking lot, pay for parking. The town needs the revenue. So find a
Absolutely.
town parking lot. I don't know if they well, there's nowhere to park at town hall like they used to be. So, fine, but don't park on the sidewalk or park in the right of way.
Right.
Like I was saying, I was
Yeah.
going down Estero Boulevard last week, and people were just parked where there used to be houses. They just pulled. There's nothing there.
Mhm.
If you don't know Fort Myers Beach, then you just like, oh shit, we could just pull to the right here, pull on the sidewalk and park. And meanwhile, there's 10 cars parked probably in somebody's front yard because the houses are gone. And then
Right.
they're just walk right onto the beach. So the first thing you should probably do is go under the bridge, look for spots there, go down to Old San Carlos, look for spots there. There's There's spots across from Lynn Hall Park. The county should open Lynn Hall Park for parking, but
And
they're not going to.
There are folks down there that have their lots
Right.
open.
Norm's Beach Parking is and Terry Prasad's lot over by La Ola. There's spots there. So, and it's not that far a walk to go down to where you guys are.
Not at all.
So
It's the beauty of Fort Myers Beach.
yeah.
And and please walk rather than gawk. I mean, the driving and the gawking is rough.
Yeah. Oh, last
It
weekend.
was bad.
You just want to get up behind somebody and lay on the horn.
Here's
because
the thing.
all you need to do is look in your rearview mirror and see there's 15, 20 cars.
Pull
Pull
over.
get out. That's it.
Or pull over, park, and walk. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. It's human nature to want to see. I'm not suggesting that that's a horrible thing that they're doing. But when you're driving 2 miles an hour, it's not good.
Right.
Pull over, walk, get some steps in.
It was such a great day on the beach today. Were you down there today?
Absolutely.
Yeah. To see everybody, Tom's getting ready
Lucky
with
for you too.
Yeah, Tom is getting ready with his containers, and then the Margaritaville thing that everybody was attending, and then to see that you guys are getting ready for tomorrow. So
Hey, do you have air conditioning in that thing?
It's all open air concept.
Really?
there, it's winter time. You don't need air
No, I
conditioning.
know,
Great
but
air
it
conditioning
might-
past couple of days with the wind coming off the Gulf.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great air.
Well, good
Some
luck.
fresh air, some sun, some vitamin D.
That's right.
Drink a beer.
Good
Bring
luck.
your sunscreen.
Good luck tomorrow. Not that you're going to need it, but I
Thank
hope
you
to
very
see you
much.
over there. And
And again, thank you so
thank
much
you for the shirts, and thank you for everything, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you guys for everything you've done for our community. Thank you for having us on today.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much. All right.
Matt is from the Beach Bar. I'm getting Brian Nagel is, I don't know. He's supposed to be our next guest. Where are you going? Oh, I got to read some ads. Brian, I don't think he's here. He just said I'm an effing idiot in a text. So I have a feeling that he might have gone to the beach. But anyway. All right, everybody. Before we get to whatever we're doing next, I got to tell you about Alex King. Alex King, listen, people are going to be buying property. People are going to be selling property. We know the people that can help you out. Alex King and Current Coastal Realty. You see Alex everywhere. He's got that nice, friendly kind of face, the friendly look. If you go on our website right now, you can see his ad on the right-hand rail. He'll help you understand the 50% rule, to elevate or not to elevate. They've got offices on Fort Myers Beach. He lives on Fort Myers Beach. The King family have been island residents since 1958. Wow, that's even almost when Kim was born, 1958. He's the #1 agent in sales, volume 6 straight years on Fort Myers Beach. The King Family Foundation. Check this out, folks. You've seen Alex come on the show over the years and give money away. $225,000 in the past 2 years to Fort Myers Beach charities. So if you're thinking of buying or selling property on Fort Myers Beach, give Alex a call, 239-849-3663. 239-849-3663. Somebody else we get emails about all the time, Mike Bannock. You might need some debris removed. You might need something knocked down. You don't want a scammer. You don't want somebody that has no idea what they're doing, that's breaking the rules. You don't want somebody that is unlicensed, that is going to get in trouble and wind up on the Lee County Sheriff's Department website in a mugshot. Call Mike Bannock for demolition, debris removal, interior demolition, lot leveling, utility cap off. People send me emails all the time about Mike's work. You have to go with somebody you trust. We only put people's names out there of people that we trust because they've worked for you and you trust them, and they don't steal money from you. They don't overcharge you. Mike Bannock's number is 352-636-3719. 352-636-3719. I have a feeling Brian did not come to the right location. When I said he's Brian Nagel used to be the general manager of Shuckers and the Cottage Bar, and he's got a business that he started.
Well, I was so excited to see him because it's been a while, and the last time he was doing so much for not only his employees but everybody down there. He had that all that stuff set up, and he was giving stuff away.
He's on the beach.
Oh,
He's on the beach. 1021
Hi,
Estero
Brian.
Boulevard is what came up when I first looked it up. Oh yeah. All right. Well, we'll definitely
We'll
reschedule.
have to
He's not
reschedule
the
him.
first person
Nope.
that went on the beach looking for the show. So
Nope.
it's no big deal. He's such a good egg. He started a handyman business. You might have seen his the story about him. I think it was on it might have been in the news press or in a TV report. So we wanted to get him out there and get him some business because another person you can trust.
Question for him too. I've got a washing machine
Oh,
issue.
geez.
So
Folks,
I
we
know
got all
this is
this.
a
We got all this.
problem.
We got all this merchandise that we need to ship. We got cups that we need to ship. We have hats. We got the yellow shirts. And so when she gets home from work, I need her help to ship it because we have this routine where, she weighs it and figures out the cheapest way to ship it. And then I type it in and
I
print
type
the
in a lot,
label.
too.
And so last night, she thinks she can fix a washing machine. I'm yelling and
Listen.
screaming, we need to ship these cups. These people need their cups. These cups, by the way.
The agitator
And
has
I
come
look and I
loose.
turn.
Did you see I had all the tools out?
So she calls today.
Yep.
And she says, do me a favor, go shake the washing machine to see
Yeah.
if there's water in it.
What I figured out, here's the thing. I know the agitator is broken, so that's got to be replaced. But that's just a bolt, a rubber washer, and a new agitator. Bing, bang, boom, easy fix.
Uh-huh.
I feel like there's water at the bottom, but apparently some washers keep a certain amount of water in the bottom because that balances out the basket so that when it's spinning, it stays balanced. So I'm going to take it apart and see. And if not, I'm just going to have to buy a new one.
Did you learn all that on Google last night? Is that what you were doing?
No, YouTube videos.
I
Oh,
see.
yeah. Oh, I got the 7/16 out. I'm able to take the bolt off. I talked to a guy down here at the appliance place. He's ordering the bolt and the new agitator.
Meanwhile, we got nothing shipped out because you had a screwdriver.
Meanwhile, we have dirty clothes.
You had a screwdriver that was sticking in the washing machine. And I go out in the garage and you've got tools laying all over my Beach Talk Radio signs and you don't put the tools away.
I love DIY.
Did you fix the washer?
No, but if it's
Okay.
the thing that's on the bottom, I'm going to need your help to flip it on its side.
I'm not helping you. Here's the way I resolve things like this. I'll go buy a new washer. That's what you do.
You can't keep just buying
Yes.
new things.
There,
You just
the
have to
washing
fix
machine
them.
is 6 years old. Let's buy a new washer.
Okay,
It's
my
okay.
grandmother's washing machine lasted 20 years.
Yeah, and her clothes smell like mothballs when
No,
they came
didn't.
out of
No,
the
they
washer.
didn't.
They
No,
did.
didn't.
The whole house smelled like mothballs.
It would help if people in my house didn't put 17,000
here we go.
pounds of stuff and push it down in.
I don't
and
do
then
that.
try to get it
That
to
might,
work.
you might be accusing somebody else,
No,
but
it's you.
I washed the
You're an-
same
You're an
6 pieces
agitator
of.
breaker.
Oh, surely. So
Don't
how
call
much
me
does a
Shirley.
washer? How much does a washer cost?
I found one that I like, pretty reasonable, $575 plus $30 for the install. So $605
much?
and change.
Okay, so let's just get a new washer.
I want to try and fix this one first. I'm taking it apart tonight.
Nothing. So if you don't get your shirts, people, you know why. If your shirts don't come till Christmas, she'll be fixing the
I
washer,
just want to see
and
if
my
that's what
my
the
clothes will
problem
be
is.
standing up.
Well, they were standing up before.
All
Thank you,
right.
Marie.
So there's a couple of things that I wanted to read.
Okay. And then I have my
Oh,
post
good.
office story.
Oh, you got a post office story. The people at the post office love us. So,
this isn't that kind of
One of the
story.
ways that we're able to pay for, this this monstrosity of a media empire we have is when you guys
and our new washer that we desperately need so we
Is-
don't stink.
and I have a post office story too, but I'm going to tell you is the coffees that you donate. Every once in a while there's a fine line between asking for coffees and making it sound like you're begging. But so I try and do it subtly and try and, if you appreciate the content or if you like the walk around videos that we're going to do like tomorrow, and then you can donate. And the average is 5 coffees, which really is not coffee.
See,
It's 20.
fix
It's
the
20.
washer.
It's $25. And people are so generous. And so, if you like the show tonight or if you like the newsletter today, you can go to buykimanedcoffee.com. I just bought that to make it easier. Buy KimandEdCoffee.com. And
here's the issue too. You are such a spender, so I have to offset your spending
by fixing the washer.
Yeah, you're like a shopaholic, man.
Well, I got to buy new hoodies. Got to buy new.
No.
We'd have no merch if you were involved in that process.
No, I'm not talking about that. That's
what do I buy?
You buy so much stuff that
like
you don't ever use or you wreck. So let's see. You need 1 or 2 lights. I'm going to order 7. And
lights?
Well, whatever it is. If you need 2
I don't
of
buy
something,
lights.
You buy 7. You buy your bike lights. You buy.
I do have a lot of bike lights. You do need a lot of bike lights in the dark.
How many bicycles do you have?
I have 2. I have 1 road bike and I have 1 hybrid bike. All right, enough about me.
Mm-hmm.
So today, I just want to read some of the comments. J&B bought us 5 coffees, and they say, thank you for all your efforts to keep us informed. Again, the thank yous in the notes and the thank yous like today when we went to Margaritaville, or I got to go to Margaritaville, please stop thanking us. But thank you for thanking us.
And, I just want to say, too, that I know that in this day and age, people
says,
wait a minute.
Be careful. Someone's going to ship you a washing machine. No, cut the shit. We're not accepting a washing machine.
No.
Reject that.
In this day and age, when it's so easy, it's easier to just send an email. And so I don't think people send notes and stuff. And I just think, when we get those notes, I love reading the notes when we got stuff at Christmas.
You're right.
And I'm horrible about it. And I have really readjusted to I'm going to start sending out more notes.
The notes are the best thing.
Cards, notes.
When I send out the merchandise, I always put a note in the boxes. I always put something in there, thanking people for being part of.
Me too. So if you get
you
something,
do not. You lie.
I write thanks inside the box.
In magic marker on the side of the box. And that's not a personalized note. That's how you get people.
You're not writing a personalized note.
I am too.
I don't believe that.
All right, Dave and Linda donated 5 coffees.
Thank you, Dave and Linda.
Your hands down our best source of island news while we wait up north for our condo to be habitable. Thank you, Ed and Kim. All right, Elsie and Spanky bought us 5 coffees. Sincerely, thank you for all you do. From September 28th till now, I can't imagine Fort Myers Beach without you. Thank you. Someone bought us 5 coffees.
I apologize for his mispronunciation.
But they didn't leave their name. So I wish you guys would leave your name. We love the notes. You guys are awesome for all you're doing. Thank you. So much appreciation. That's another 5. Melinda and Ray. Ed and Kim, you two have been angels to those living on Fort Myers Beach and those of us who want to be there but cannot. 1 year ago today, with family and friends, we were married at Bowditch Park. Is it Bowditch or Bowditch? Either way.
Close.
Please accept this coffee as our thank you for what you are doing for the residents. Keep up the great work, and God bless you both. 100 coffees. Now that deserves a loud bell. 100
they all
coffees.
Deserve bells because
it's great.
I do appreciate that everybody is just so kind and so nice in spite of him.
Well, are you going to cry? You're crying.
No.
There's no crying in radio. All right. You want to tell your post office story? People are knocking our signs down now. You got no respect. I'm just kidding.
So I wasn't sure about mailing in those poly mailers. And so any of you guys who have done Etsy or any of those other, online shopping things, you can weigh in here. But typically when you go on there and you do the click and ship, you got to put the weight in. You also have to put the dimensions in. And I was like, well, all right, I can measure the length and width of a poly mailer. It's just those, plastic envelopes. But the height, there's no, it's flat. It's just a t-shirt. So I was like, well, I don't want to make a mistake. I'm very much about not making mistakes. So I called the post office today, their customer care thing. First of all, it takes forever to get through. It's
really?
9,000 things.
I'm shocked the post office is going to have great customer service.
No. They have a lot of stuff that's automated responses, but this, I knew I was going to have to wait. Then it was like, you're going to have to wait 16 to 24 minutes, not 15 to 30, 16 to 24.
Interesting.
So you leave your number and they call you back. Well, they called back sooner than
16
later.
16 or sooner than 24?
I think it was
that
sooner than
range.
16. And then I pick up and they said, okay, is this Kimberly? Yes. Okay. What music would you like to listen to while you wait for the representative?
Wow.
And I'm like,
Did you say rap?
No, that's not the point. The point is I got in line and waited in line, and now I'm still waiting again.
You didn't know you were waiting for
So
music.
I waited. I hit
What did-
contemporary.
I
I
see.
waited.
What song came on?
I don't know. And then the representative came on. And I explained, hey, I want to ship things first class, but poly mailer, da. He goes, you can't do that with click and ship, ma'am. I said, well, I beg to differ because I've been doing it for a couple of weeks now. I just need to know if I measure. Nope, you can't do that. And then we were having a bit of a difficulty with, I guess,
Was it
my
an-
accent.
Was it an American on the phone or was it somebody from?
I don't know if they were American or not. What I'm saying is they had an accent that
Sounded like
to me more like
Indian, Iranian, Middle Eastern.
Nope.
I mean, Australian.
Nope.
What could it be?
It was more like Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Yeah. It was very.
She was doing a lot of clucking.
It wasn't a her. It was a he. And I said, look, I don't think you can answer my question because I'm already doing what you say I can't do. Goodbye.
Did you ask for Postmaster DeJoy?
No.
Because he knows us by now.
No.
So what's the moral of this story?
The moral of the story is
Don't call the post office.
Because
go to Sun Harvest. That's where the customer
yes,
service
they're
is.
great. And they answered that question. But I was a little concerned that the actual post office people were giving me wrong information. That's I know. That's
I'm sure I
tough.
did. So I have a post office story. I don't know if you know, but
the ladies at the post office at Sun Harvest,
yeah,
are amazing. If you need to mail anything,
go
to the Orange Place.
Thursday,
You
Friday,
have free
and Saturday.
juice, and you can mail your
Free
stuff.
juice.
And they're very
Is there free
nice.
juice?
Yes,
I
free
didn't
juice
know.
in the corner.
You want to go?
You can get really good
What's
ice
our friend's
cream.
name?
Kristen.
Kristen, you want to go Thursday, Friday, or Saturday and see Kristen. So here's what I did. I went like Santa Claus on, I think it was Monday or something.
Don't
she was
call
Kristen.
anybody out.
No, I'm not going to. But I had like, I didn't schedule a pickup, which we do now. And I had, because I wanted to get the cups and the hats out. I had 2 giant green bags and a carry-on girly bag, like a pink girly bag. I had 3 bags. I had 30 or 40 boxes ready to ship. You go into Sun Harvest thinking you're going to be the first in line. There's 20 people in line. And now I'm dragging the green bags.
Why would you think you're going to be
kicking
first?
Because sometimes you go in there and there's nobody there. But sometimes it's busy. And so I get up to the front of the line. Now there's
Wait a minute. A word of caution. They can't do everything there. A lot of people have been turned away to go to Page Field. So just check. But you can mail there.
Right. So then I get
and
to
you can get free juice.
Then I go to the front of the line and I'm like, because we've already got the postage on it. They just need to scan it and go. I said, listen, you don't even need to scan it. I'm just going to give you the bags. Because I hate inconveniencing people. Like I wouldn't want to, if I was standing there waiting, it would be 20 minutes and people would be like throwing eggs at me. So I just said, here, take them and do it later. And unfortunately, the lady says to me, I can't guarantee I'm going to scan them all. I was like, well, shit, that's not good.
Nope.
I need them all to go. I don't need, how do I know that you didn't scan one? So I was just like, forget it. So anyway, that wasn't my story. My story was, you probably know if you live on Fort Myers Beach, and you should all clap loudly when I say this, is that the post office on Fort Myers Beach will be open on Monday. How about that? That's some good news there. After 110 or 115 days, you're finally going to get postal service. You can actually mail a letter on Carolina Avenue on Monday. Your mail might be there. I mean, it's still the post office, so you don't really know if your mail is going to be there. But the story that I wanted to tell was, I got an email from Julie Allen. She said, I just had to share this with you, what I overheard at the Jetport Loop today, which was today. She was up there today. A Sanibel resident asked why Fort Myers Beach was getting trailers for mail before they were. Of course, Sanibel's got to be first for everything. The postal worker replied, because Beach Talk Radio gave Fort Myers Beach so much attention.
No way.
Yes. That's what somebody at Jetport Loop did. So there you go. We're
I'm
better
ne-
than Sanibel.
I'm never going to.
We
love
love Holly.
Sanibel.
It's the reason I say that it's so nice for once to be first instead of everybody saying like, I want to be like Sanibel. I want to be like Sanibel. Well, now Sanibel wants to be like Fort Myers Beach.
You are petty.
Probably so. I hope Holly's not watching. We love Holly. So
Well, I'm glad that they're going to get postal service down there. They can get their letters. You can maybe there will be insurance checks in there.
There probably
that you're
is.
waiting for.
Well, I mean, hopefully there are.
Hopefully there won't be any bills from your insurance company. Boy, that rubs me the wrong way too. You get a check from your insurance company to cover your losses, and right on the same day, and we have a great insurance company, but right on the same day we got to know, and by the way, your rates are going up. It's like, could you just slow roll that by a day or two?
So tomorrow when we're at Wahoo Willie's, and I'm looking back because I want you to chat with Marie, and I want you to thank Marie. Yeah, while I go to the restroom, of course. Tomorrow at Wahoo Willie's, we're gonna have John King on at 11:30, and John is gonna. We haven't had John on since he was elected.
Well, he's been in Hawaii.
Yeah, I said you're bringing your wife, right? He goes, no,
Is she
she's
still
in
there?
Hawaii. She got
damn it,
5 weeks, and he only got 3 because he had to come back and do his job, I guess. And then the folks from Wahoo Willie's, the owners, are going to come on. Nick and Peter and Nick are going to come on, and they have some news about what's going on down in that end of Old San Carlos. So they're going to come on about 12:15.
What do you mean news about that?
I can't say it. I've been sworn to secrecy. It's going to be breaking news tomorrow.
You can't. You're going to have to hold your water.
No. It's going to be breaking news tomorrow. So please come to Wahoo Willie's. If you show up at 10:30, we're going to be there with all the shirts and the hats and the stuff. And then at 11 o'clock, we have the I forget her first name. The lady that's running the Beach Medical Center is coming on because she's going to be reopening that. And so she's going to tell us she needs some stuff. So hopefully we can help her out tomorrow. And then John will be on at 11:30. And then, of course, get your questions in for Dan, the mayor. He made a nice little speech today up at the Margaritaville thing. So get your questions ready for Dan. You can send them to me by email, and that's Monday night at 6.
I heard somebody was saying today, I'm not going to say who, and this is not breaking news. I don't have confirmation of that. That they saw a bunch of trailers in DeSoto County, like that they were staging them there to bring them down. We're so far past
caring about the trailers. Wasn't DeSantis in town saying he was going to get more trailers? I think the people on the beach are just like, okay, we've heard this enough. When there's a trailer sitting in my yard, I believe it. But you politicians have been talking about this trailer crap, this trailer trash for so long that they've either gotten their own trailer by now, or they've given up on it and they're living in a tent, or they're living in their house.
Some of those tents, they're big. Some of those tents, you get different rooms in there, and I mean maybe the circus could come down there and bring
the circus is
tent.
at Gateway. Did you see that?
I
on the
know.
Way down?
Some people were talking about at my work going to the circus, and I was like, please.
No.
I'm not
because you don't like when they abuse the animals.
Well,
do they still have elephants in the circus?
I think so.
Yeah. So your friends at work also watch the show now, right?
Some of them do.
Yeah. How do they?
I feel bad.
What's the feedback you get from them? What do we need to do to improve the show?
They love me. They're lukewarm on you.
I see. Well, that's just typical, right? So I'm going to see if I can grab Marie, and you can talk to her real quick, but keep the show going, dear.
I like how he segues, into that. All right, guys, let's see. I want to see what some of the comments are about. Let's see. I got to put these glasses on. Oh, Christy, you don't like circuses either? Yeah, there's just something. I mean, as a kid, you don't know, and I get it. I mean, go do whatever, but just for me personally, I'm not a big circus. I got enough monkeys at my house. I don't need to go see anymore. All right, let's see. Jeff Tarbell. Sorry, Jeff. I'm totally messed that up. Waiting on insurance proceeds to repair or replace your home can be slow and frustrating. If you need access to money now, maybe it's time to talk with my friends at ATM Mortgage Advisors right here in Fort Myers. ATM has access to quick lines of credit or complete remodeling funding. Of course, if you are looking to just purchase something new entirely, they can help with that too. You can reach Kim Henderson today at 239-849-6999, or you can find them online at atmmortgage.net. So there you go. There's an option if you need to get some cash going to do all your repairs. I would like to hear from anybody who's had a positive experience, or at least a not so negative experience with this SBA, the Small Business Association, because they have been taking a lot of flack, mostly given out by him. And I did speak to somebody a couple of weeks ago who had a different experience, and it was reasonable. She said, it is what it is. I knew what I was going to get. I got what I was going to get. And she had a reasonable opportunity and a reasonable experience. I guess she didn't have any luck.
I think she went outside to get more shirts.
Well, I've been talking about Small Business Association. I put it out there that I would like to hear from people who have had any kind of positive or at least not negative experience about that.
I think I have a problem. Like, I've gone to the restroom 5 times since I've been here. I mean, obviously, as something's going, I do drink a lot of water and stuff like that, but I might need to go to the doctor. Is that unusual? Like,
I think that's a prostate problem.
Yeah. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, it's never a good thing.
Yeah.
Anything that ends with blah, blah, blah problem is probably a blah, blah, blah
Like,
problem.
I just chalk it up to I drink a lot of water and probably too much coffee and Monster in the morning. Like, when I get up at 2:50, I'm 2 cups of coffee and a Monster.
Hey, that's an easier fix than
Yeah.
if you have a kidney problem.
Well, I did get my prostate checked a little while ago. It's been a year, right? Or they checked something where I had to get naked, which I wasn't too happy about. Wasn't that a prostate thing?
Well, you had your colonoscopy.
Oh, isn't that the same thing?
Yeah. Not
All right.
really.
How many trailers are needed? I think Dan gave us that number a couple weeks ago. I mean, it wasn't a crazy amount. It was like
100?
I don't even think it was 100. I think, oh, by the way, back to the post office real quick. The post office, if you didn't read the story, they are going to service the 33931 zip code. Is it zip code or area code? I always get them confused. On the other side of the bridge, too. I don't know why I get them confused. Probably because I'm dumb.
It's a zip code.
Probably because I'm dumb.
Area code is for your
I think
phone.
my prostate's gone to my brain. It's like affecting my brain.
I think you're
It's a zip code and area
brain.
code. Area code's the number before the phone. Gotcha. So, and they are going to be servicing
Then you forgot what you were going to say.
If you live on the other side of the effing bridge, you're going to be able to go to the post office too, is what I meant to say. So you're covered there. So I see Marie's back. She's chatting it up.
I have to give it to you. When you walked off.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to give you a compliment.
Oh.
When I walk off, you're
checking out my butt?
No. You go, you handle the show. When you walk off, it's like, okay.
Yeah. You got to go with the flow.
I can go with the flow.
We've been doing this show for 5 years every Saturday. I can't understand why if I have to walk away for 4 minutes that you just can't talk about like something going on, like anything going on at the beach.
Because I gave all my story. Because I work regularly. I don't get down as much as you do.
I don't want to miss your story.
Do you want me to talk about the 8.5 hour or 8 hour LPA meeting? I didn't get to watch it.
It was 8 hours. It was 8 hours.
That's
I didn't watch the whole
time
thing.
For a meeting.
It was so funny because I was talking to John Richard, who was at the LPA
Name
meeting.
Dropper.
No, he was at the LPA meeting because he's, that shipwreck hotel or motel there. That's coming down. He's going to add more parking. There's going to be more parking on Old San Carlos. And so he said, "Hey Ed, I went home to watch the rest of the meeting, and you didn't have it on your page." I said, "John, it was like 4 or 5 hours in." I said, "I let everybody know that if they wanted to keep watching, they could go on the town's YouTube page." But I mean, there's so many issues they have to deal with right now, from this person's pool to John's parking lot to the comp plan and the setbacks. And the folks that are concerned about the setbacks, they are going to go back.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about
back to the old setbacks.
Is it 7.5? Whatever the old setbacks. It looks like they're rolling back to the old setbacks. So some folks have asked
Was it
about
7.5 instead of the 15%?
I get totally confused by it. That's when my eyes start to glaze over.
Folks, I can only imagine how difficult it is to put in the permits and figure all that stuff out because
oh Jesus Christmas, look who's here. Get over here.
God, come and sit down.
Oh, excuse
We
me,
almost
guys.
ended the show.
How did you get here?
What happened?
Oh my God.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
Did you go?
Oh, good to see you
I'm not
guys
hugging
too.
you, by the way.
I am. I'm
So
so
good to
sorry,
Get nice and
guys.
close. Get nice
I'm
and
so
close.
sorry.
No
I really
worries,
am.
man.
And just thinking the other location and
Did you go to the beach?
I went to the beach and I'm thinking La Ola down there is Mango Rita and it's just
Wow.
walking around looking for you guys and it's still it is. I mean, I'm still almost doesn't seem real sometimes. I
Right.
equate it to the other day. I'm doing a job down at the south end of the island, and I'm calling the goods, asking if they
Oh, no
got
way.
a part, and I'm like,
Oh.
what the hell?
Did
am
somebody
I
answer the
doing?
phone?
Nope,
Oh, I was
wasn't
gonna
going
say.
through. And I was like, what is going on with their phones right now? So,
Wow. Well, the good news
yeah.
is we saw they're going to rebuild too.
yeah,
so
excellent,
Yeah.
very good, very good.
Brian
I'm
Nagelbit,
sorry,
everybody, the
Yes.
general manager
For
of
anyone who
Chuckers
doesn't
in the
know,
Cottage.
one of the nicest people in
Thank
the world,
you,
and
thank
it is
you. You guys are
so good
wonderful.
to see you.
Thank
so
you. It
good
is
to
wonderful
see you.
to see you guys that you're still doing this and making it happen
This
and
guy.
bringing attention to things that need
Thank
attention
you.
brought to it.
Let's bring some attention to
Yeah.
what you're doing now. What's
Yeah.
going on
right
with you?
now, I have my own handyman business, maintenance and repair, B. Nagel Maintenance and Repair, and anything from debris cleanup to smaller tile jobs, sheetrock, a lot of trim right now, a lot of doors, and just trying to get some legs under something of my own for once.
Nice. Do you know anything about washing machines?
Not really an appliance guy. I mean, I can hook them up. I can do the plumbing for them.
I bet you could figure out our thing.
Yeah,
No.
I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to do a YouTube
He
video.
can figure out how to
Yeah,
hook
there's
it
not
up
much
when
I
we
can't
get the new
figure
one.
out.
So, Brian, what made you decide you wanted to start a business like this?
Well, I mean, I've done the restaurant hospitality industry. I mean, we did have a business growing up, a retirement home, so it had always kind of been part of my blood. But really, when I was 13 years old, I started with my uncle, George Nagel Custom Renovations up in New Jersey. And from the time I was 13, weekends, summers, all the way through college and after even, that's the only work that I had really known. The restaurants have only been about the past 8 years for me. So,
But if something happens in the restaurant, then you have to be like Johnny on the spot and jack of all trades to be able to.
oh yeah, absolutely. Luckily at Chuckers,
Yeah.
I had a great guy in Chris Blackburn who's also doing the same thing. And Shuckers was a monster. It was. So for me to be able to do kind of both, I really couldn't. But the place I was at before that, I actually brought my tool bag into work every day because there was always something that needed to be fixed.
So,
What should be in a tool bag? What do you got in
Oh,
there?
geez.
Like
A
a
little
ratchet
bit of everything.
thing?
Yeah, some wrenches,
Couple-
some screwdrivers, a couple drills always. And
A Dremel?
yeah, need your knife. Always got to have a good knife.
Oh.
so
Hey.
Brian, let's tell everybody when you went back to the beach the first time.
Oh,
You
it
put
was-
so much into that place,
Yeah.
and your heart was in that place.
It really was. It really was. We had something so special down there. The team that we had built, we all had each other's back, and it was more than just work. It was more than just
It was
a job.
family.
Yeah, it was. We were a family, and that day, actually, day after the storm, I couldn't get photo confirmation that it was gone. And everybody was telling me that I'm hearing that it's not there, but couldn't get photo confirmation. Everybody saw the Hooters photo of it floating away and all that. So not the day after. The day after, I took care of my own house and got everything cleaned up. I helped out a couple neighbors, but then that very next day, the first time I realized it was gone was at the top of the bridge. And that was my first confirmation, standing at the top of the bridge, walking over and seeing no more roof. It was gone, nothing to see anymore. Yeah, it was traumatic. It really was.
Yeah. I can't imagine the feeling that you had and so many of those business owners and managers and employees had
Yeah.
when you go. You never imagine. Storms can be bad, but you never imagine that
No,
things are going to be gone.
no, not at all. In the middle of the storm, I was so mad at myself because I didn't move some computer equipment. And man, I should have lifted up. So middle of the storm, I'm actually ordering new equipment to replace what I'm thinking the storm is going to wipe
Right.
out. And so thankfully I was able to cancel that order the following day
Sure.
because we didn't need it at all.
Yeah. And
But just that realization.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody could have sat back and thought, this is the one. This is it.
Yeah.
You know,
no,
you're doing what
definitely
you're
not.
doing. Like, well, better order replacement this or replacement
Yeah.
that.
Well, how many times
But-
have we heard storm surge, storm
Right.
surge, storm surge?
never
seen
happens.
one in the 20 years I've been here, all the storms that I've been
Right.
through. But it just takes that one time, you know,
Yeah.
and it's easy to get complacent. I don't even want to say complacent. You know, we prepared. We thought we were ready, but there's just
Right.
no being ready
No,
for this.
not for
There's
that,
no being
not for
ready
that.
for this.
when you get there the first time, is everything like every piece of everything
yeah.
just gone? Like
Yeah,
you have no
could see
idea where
our
it goes.
pylon snapped in half. And then I actually went to check out. A lot of people will know Rocky, our longtime bartender, and went to check out her mother's home. That's down the side street, directly across, next to 7-Eleven. And so by the time I got down, I realized that I was climbing over about 100 yards of rubble that was the former cottage. It just in
Wow.
pieces, and just seeing things that I had put together or had hung on the wall,
Yeah.
or my office chair, and oh man, it's something that will never ever leave my mind.
You know, we were down there and did a show, and it was when you were giving out those the revitalization.
Yeah.
So I have that T-shirt, the revitalization
Yeah.
cottage T-shirt, and I'm almost thinking to put it behind glass and not wear it anymore, because it was such a special place, and there
Yeah.
was 3 special places in there, and the bar was decorated so amazing, and you had the downstairs part, but
And the worst part about it now
Yeah.
is whoever owns or buys the property or whatever, you can't even build it to where it was
Right.
because of the coastal construction line. The piece of property is so much smaller than it was
Yeah.
when you had the view of the beach and
That's why, I mean, I have no ill will whatsoever towards the decisions that the owners had to make,
sure.
because where you have to build it now, the things that you have to do just to get to that process, or try to fight the federal government about the coastal construction line,
Right.
fight
Right.
FEMA. I mean, who's going to do that?
no,
That's not
no.
happening.
If they can
I mean,
cash
so,
out, they
yeah,
should.
You can't blame them, you
No.
know, and they're doing everything they can to try to find some good buyers that could hopefully at least bring back a piece of what was lost.
Mhm.
But it's climbing a mountain to get there.
What's going on with your team? Where are they? Are they working? I saw
For the
Rock.
most part, they're working. Some have moved away actually.
Wow.
But most have found jobs. Some within the hospitality industry, and some are doing something different,
Are
something outside
pivoting,
of it.
like
Yeah,
you
which-
pivoted.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of us, for my management team at least too, I think that what we had was so special that it's really hard to go work at another restaurant right now.
Yeah.
It really is very, very difficult, because I mean, we were clicking, we were firing. I felt like, it took the 3 years that I was there for us to really start to hit our stride.
Mhm.
And we were firing on all cylinders. We had some great big events coming up, this big fun run with Dave and Chuck the Freak,
Yeah,
boat races,
yeah.
obviously.
Yep,
And like, we were right on that precipice of here we are, engines are starting, we're ready to go, ready to kick some butt, and blink of an eye, see you later.
Yeah,
Mhm.
blink of an eye is right. I saw Rock's working for Wahoo Willie's.
Yeah, Wahoo Willie. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. She. It's definitely helping her. I feel like.
Yeah,
I mean,
she took it hard
for
for sure.
anyone. I mean, after almost 18 years of being there, and for her, again, more than just a job,
Yeah.
Right.
more than a bartender. Not only family as far as our team was concerned, but she had family all over the country
Mhm.
through her bartending gig there, and just the customers that would send her gifts and
Yeah.
send things to hang on the walls from Chicago,
Mm.
from all over.
And always had a smile on her face.
Yeah,
always.
oh, yeah, she's the best.
Well, still does. I'm not.
Yeah,
I
she's
don't
the
want
best.
to talk
She
about her
is.
like
Yeah,
she's
it's
not
hard.
there
It's
anymore.
hard. When me and her get to talking, we almost have to stop each other because
Right.
we'll just start crying. We will. Yeah, it's tough.
So
No, well, I think, a lot of people, I mean, when you start to get into that community, you really meet so many people that have
Oh,
some
yeah.
long-standing memories
Yeah.
of being there. And I worked with somebody who was in a band and played there at the cottage. And
Yeah. Yeah. a
I
lot of
remember
people.
dancing there, and I there was that one little
I met my wife there. Yeah,
Wow.
all types of stuff. Yeah, we've heard
Yeah.
some pretty
So,
cool things.
For anybody that's new to the show that doesn't know Brian, every once in a while somebody pops up and says who's on the show. It's Brian Nagel, general manager of Shuckers and the Cottage Bar, back when it was on the beach, and you've been there for. You said you're only there for 3 years or longer.
Yeah, 3 years, 3 years. But that was one of the things. I tell you, it was hard for me moving back down here. I did because my ex-wife was born and raised here. We went back up to Jersey. She came down here way after we split up with my daughter. So I didn't want my daughter to be raised without me, obviously. And but I kind of resented that because I wanted to raise them up in Jersey, where I grew up, where my family was from. And it really wasn't until I started working on the beach that it felt like, man, you know what? This is my community now. This is my home, because it really felt a lot like the Jersey Shore where I was from. And I
What
missed
part
it a
of
lot.
Jersey?
Point Pleasant, New Jersey. Yeah.
So if people want to reach out to you and have you come and work on their stuff, how do they find you? Where do you?
So right now, I actually haven't even set up my Facebook or Google yet. I've been that busy.
Good.
But email me, bnagle, BNAGLE 484@gmail.com.
And if somebody remembered that and can type it in there for anybody,
Yeah,
then they can
thank
copy it. Give it out one more time.
bnagle, that's NAGLE 484@gmail.com.
Because he's made it as simple as possible by throwing those numbers in there. So
484. Is there
correct,
any
484.
significance?
No, there
okay.
wasn't. I think it actually popped up when Google gave it to me.
I see,
that thing,
I
yeah.
see.
I'm like
So it's
April 84.
Yeah.
Is there
I
something?
was born in 84,
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
When's your
right?
birthday?
the 27th of this month.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
my
How,
daughter's
Wow,
this
so you got a
Sunday.
birthday coming
Yeah,
up.
How
my
old are you
birthday's
gonna be?
coming up. I'm going to be
84.
39.
39.
Yeah.
Jeepers creepers.
80. Oh my God, I'm so flipping
Oh,
old.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I tell
Oh,
you,
my
I'm
God.
feeling it in my joints lately. It's been
Okay,
tough.
Mr. 39, please.
Please.
Try being 57. Thank you, Diane, for doing that. Diane put it up there. Bombard
Thank you.
Brian with business. Again, we
You-
only have
yeah.
people on that you can trust.
You're not going to find
a nicer person on this planet.
and a more honest,
Yeah.
genuine person than this guy sitting here. You're not going to find one.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it, guys. And
You-
I am
you-
sorry that
you
I was
did-
late.
It's
It
you
totally-
did so much
I'm
for the
looking
beach.
at my phone saying, "Oh shit, he went to the beach."
Man,
So
I feel like an idiot.
we didn't think you were. We were just thought we would reschedule, but you
Yeah.
must have been breaking the speed barrier to get
I
here.
may have run a red light or two, but I don't want to let you down. I missed it once before too, I told myself I'm not going to do that
Did you
again.
miss it once before?
Yeah.
on the beach one
Yeah,
time.
I was on the beach and
Yeah.
just work,
Yeah.
work came up and it's distracted
busy.
and I just couldn't believe it. So,
Not many
yeah,
people.
Thank you.
Not many people blow off our show anymore, Brian.
Yeah.
So thank you for
Yeah.
making it out here. Just kidding.
Yeah.
So is there a specialty that you try to focus on when you're?
Not necessarily, but mostly interior right now.
Yeah.
I mean, kitchens, bathrooms, and I prefer carpentry, trim work, but solid plumber, light electrical, tile
Yeah.
floors, and there's not much that I can't do around a home, And it's those
Crown
dozen or so.
molding?
Yeah, crown, absolutely. Crown molding, all trim, hanging doors, and there's not much within a home that I can't do.
Right. Can you fix a toilet or
Yeah.
replace
yeah,
a
absolutely.
toilet?
Install
or-
a toilet, replace your
Wow.
guts. There's dozen or so items that you're not going to call a plumber for this, an electrician
Right,
for that,
right,
that
right.
everybody has around their home. That can come and take care of all of them for you. And offer a fair price. That's one thing that I am proud of, because I've heard some horror stories out there right now, and I'm proud to offer a fair price. I really am.
Yeah. We don't
Yeah.
want people to get gouged on, especially on the.
No.
You get a lot of business from the beach, or it's everywhere.
Quite a few from
Nice.
the beach, and the other some really good people that actually found me on your show. Rich and Bridget Breed.
Oh, cool.
They I just tiled their bathroom floor for them, but they had some trouble finding somebody because it was 5 floors up without a working elevator.
Oof,
So
that's a
but
workout.
Yeah, oh, it was tough.
Yeah.
But luckily, them and their neighbors actually helped me carry all my gear down at the end of the day,
Look at
which is
that.
pretty
Nice.
cool
Look
because
at
they
that.
realized
And where
how
are
tough
they?
it was.
Are they on the beach?
Yeah,
or
south
they-
end of the
okay.
island. Yeah, Bayview.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when you go down to the beach like you went today, it's Friday night. It's probably hopping. I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
there was a decent amount of people, and
Yeah.
that's again why I'm walking around La Ola looking for you guys. Where
Yeah.
are they?
Yeah,
It's
Tom's
just-
been the anchor right there.
Yeah.
He's got the containers going in that he's going to have opened up, and he's really working it in the Times Square area.
Shout out to Rude Shrimp too. I think
Yep.
Rude Shrimp's
Right.
doing a really
Yep.
great job with the containers that they
Yeah.
set up. I mean, really just
Yep.
making it work with what you got. And what more can you do right now?
And people, I was talking to somebody today that that just visits the beach, and they're like, people don't care. We don't care. We just want to come to the beach.
Yeah.
We want to walk on the beach. We want to support the businesses. They don't need fancy schmancy. They just want to get back.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it. We
So-
all know that it sucks. It
Yep.
sucks, but this is what we have to deal with. So let's do what we can to make it better again.
Yep.
Do you need any help? Somebody wants to know, or you keep
Are
Quite
you-
possibly.
Okay.
Alright.
Again, shoot me an email and we can
There you
talk
go.
because I definitely need some help. Yeah.
There you go,
I could
Diane.
use some
You never
help.
know. So yeah, hopefully you'll get some calls and some additional business and make a
Thank you guys.
make a big giant business out of this.
No,
And
I
it's-
hope so. I hope so.
yeah.
And I hope I can hire some good people and
Yep.
recreate the culture that we had. I don't need a restaurant to create that culture.
Right.
So
right.
hopefully I can do the same and recreate that through this.
What do you, aside from the people that you worked with, what do you miss the most about going into that place every day and
Oh
working?
man, besides the people that I work with, just the vibe, there was just no better to be able to come in. A lot of times I would be the first person at the store, first or second, and I would just walk up the stairs, and before I'd go to my office, before I'd even think about the day, I would just stand there and remind myself how lucky I am that this is my office
Yeah,
right here.
no
and,
kidding.
and to have that as my office and to be able to look out over the Gulf
Mhm.
as the sun's coming up behind us, I mean, how do you beat that?
No, you're right.
Sitting at that place and just looking out at what you could see there, it was
Yeah.
just magnificent. It
Yeah.
really was
Yeah,
a
no better
great
word.
sight. Yeah. Well, the beach bar opens tomorrow, so that's the
Yeah,
sign
that's
of
awesome.
positivity going on down
Absolutely.
there. It's probably going to be so slammed down
I
there.
hope we can have a lot of milestones like that coming
Yeah,
up
Yeah,
here
yeah.
no
soon.
kidding.
Yeah, one day at a
Yeah.
time. Well, Brian, thanks so much for making our
Hey,
way out here. We
hey,
appreciate you coming
I'm
on.
sorry
was
to
so
hold you guys
funny.
up.
Busting hub.
I said to him, we were texting back and forth during the week. I said, we're going to have you on from 5:30 to 6. He goes, a whole half hour? I said, Brian, we know you. You could go on for a whole hour.
Hey,
And then you don't, and then he blows us off. He doesn't show up.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. Hey, thank you so
Hey,
much.
Thank you much.
Thank
Brian Nagel, everybody, please get in touch with him if you need some work done at your place, if you need some help, and we'll hopefully get him some business too. So Brian Nagel
Listen, folks,
He's
we've
the
had
man.
a lot of people on, and we vet them as much as we can. But this gentleman, we have known for a while, and there is just not,
we've done a couple of shows
a
from.
kinder. He's just really a good guy. I remember him going up to when they set up that spot on Pine Ridge, and he was just busting his butt, making hamburgers, making sure people were
Yeah,
fed.
that was at the time where
Mhm.
he was just, I think, you look
He
back at
was
those
running
first
on
few
and,
weeks.
fumes. the
You're
guy.
still in shock, and you're just trying to figure out what to do. Like,
Yeah.
what can I do? How can I help my employees? How can I help people in the community? Like I've said 100 times, that first 2 months or month after
Yeah.
when we were doing the show every night, it's a complete blur. Like, I don't even remember doing the show every night or who we had on or why we had people on. And it was like that. It's like Brian's, he's getting this whole thing set up with the food and the whole thing. I'm like, oh, okay. Everybody's just trying to figure out what to do or to do something to help somebody. And those are the days and the weeks that you'll never forget.
No.
Those days and weeks right after the storm where everybody was just trying to, and the whole Buttonwood
Pitch
thing, the whole
in
Buttonwood thing,
Get together.
same
and-
thing. Yeah. So, all right, well, dear, I know you want to
I
go
know.
chatterbox it up with Brian. So I'll take it from here and I'll
Okay.
say sayonara and remind everybody that we will be tomorrow at Wahoo Willie's. Please come by at 10 o'clock, come by at 10:30, and the show starts at 11. John King's going to be on at 11:30. We'll have plenty of cups, hats. I know you're probably sick of hearing me talk about. We're working on the tank tops. We're working on zip-up hoodies. Whatever else. The koozies are going to be here in about a week. Brand new koozies with the new logo. And I want to thank you all so much for your support, your coffees, all the advertisers on the newsletter, on the show, and the website. It's just been great. It's been great. I think the relationship we have with you all out there, it's been great. And tomorrow, the walk around video. I saw some stuff at Margaritaville today that I hadn't seen in a while. So at least that area is going to be one of the walk around videos in the morning. So if you have other suggestions, you can always send them along. I do post it on Facebook and ask for suggestions. And then if I took them all, I'd probably do 50 walk around videos. So I'm definitely going to do that area because I thought I saw like the beginnings of the swimming pool inside the fence, which I hadn't seen. And the deck where when that place opens, and they didn't really want to give an opening date today, which I totally get. But the deck where you're going to be able to stand up there and watch the sunset with nothing blocking your view is starting to be built. So tomorrow we'll get an update on Margaritaville. I won't go inside the fence. I think I won't go inside the fence unless they leave it open. And then we'll figure out where else to go. Thank you all for tuning in. We love you. Bye-bye.